In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Voices Unheard Show, where we explore all things related to mental health wellness. I am Millicent.
And I am Melissa.
And we are your hosts for today's episode. We are going to dive into the topic of the mental health awareness in students.
Mental health awareness is a crucial that affects millions of people around the world. It's essential to bring attention to this topic and break the stigma around mental health. Today, we'll discuss the importance of mental health awareness, ways to promote it, and the impact it has on individuals and society as a whole.
To help us understand the significance of mental health, we have invited two students from different universities here in Negros Oriental to share with us their mental health experiences as a student. We have the pleasure of speaking with Miss Lovenail and Miss Julissa.
Thank you for having us, Miss Millicent and Miss Melissa.
So, as a students who always busy and have a lots of schoolworks, have you ever experienced any depression, mental breakdown, anxiety, and stress?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Lovenail.
And depression and anxiety when I have many school works.
As a student, I experience mental breakdown and stress especially when it comes to academics.
So in this episode, we're gonna dive deeper and understand on how mental health awareness help students conquer their depression, mental breakdown, anxiety, and stress.
We saw a lot of students who suffer from mental breakdown due to academic validation. So, can you share a bit about your personal experiences with mental health?
Miss Lovenail?
Well, my personal experience and depression and anxiety is when I have many school works and the deadline is the same day and the same time to the max that I want to stop my study.
Okay, Miss Julissa?
As a student, I experience mental breakdown and stress, especially when it comes to academic because I am a slow learner and can catch the lessons easily. And also, I'm pressured because I'm the eldest daughter in the family. So the pressure is on me. There are instances that I've experienced mental breakdown during night time because due to the schoolworks and practicums and projects to be submitted.
So how has it affected your life as a student?
Well, it affects how I think, feel, and act. It also helped me to determine how I can handle stress and make healthy choices.
So in that case, have you ever sought help for your mental health concern on campuses?
No.
Why? There are professionals like counselors and psychologists in your campuses, right?
Yes.
And why did you not approach them and ask for their help?
Because I don't have the confidence to share my problems to others.
How about you?
Because I am an overthinker. What if they know about me and they talk about me like that and that?
Have you ever felt overwhelmed or stressed due to academic pressure and deadline?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Lovenail.
I felt stressed due to academic pressure and deadlines. I only tolerate or endorse all of this because for the sake of my parents, I love them and I want them to be proud of me.
How about you, Miss Julissa?
With the help of managing my time and take a short break and unwind.
So, I would like to stress the importance of seeking help if you are struggling with mental health issues. There is no shame in reaching out as it is shows strength and courage. Remember that seeking support is not a sign of weakness, but a step towards healing and growth. You are not alone.
Absolutely, no one should ever feel alone or isolated in their struggles. It's important to reach out to friends, families, professionals who can provide the necessary support. Remember, there is hope and things can get better with the right and help and support.
So thank you for giving us the opportunity to interview the both of you. We hope that through this interview you will lighten up and we learn a lot from you and we understand you because all of us experience this and it's not very easy to face and handle the situation in our own. So another visitor who will be joining us today, a guidance counselor from prestigious university here in Negros Oriental, Ms. Desiree Lagos, to have some advices to students who are experiencing depression, mental breakdown, and anxiety.
Thank you, Miss Melissa and Miss Millicent, for having me this evening. I am so very thrilled to discuss a very important topic with you.
Oh, as a guidance counselor, how can school create a more supportive and inclusive environment for students dealing with mental health issues?
As a guidance counselor in our school, I will encourage especially, mostly, teachers and one of a person that has a power to implement rules to create a more supportive and inclusive environment with mental issues by implementing comprehensive mental health education and offering counseling to students and support groups and especially training staff members to recognize and address mental health issues that increasing today. Mostly students have failed in their academics and also to create a stigma-free culture that what do you call that, to understand the empathy.
So we are inviting another expert psychologist from one of the most outstanding psychologists here in Negros Oriental, Ms. Grace Flores.
Okay, so thank you for having me here today as your psychologist to help and give advice to the students.
Are there any specific warning or signs that educators and parents should look out for the regards to students' mental health?
Yes, one of it and the most common out of it is suicidal. When I said before that if you are pushed towards the edge, you will have negative thoughts. Yes, you will come up to depression and you will start thinking that you might just wanna end yourself because it's too much. If it's too much, you will just blow out and
Let it
And your
yes. So
and lead to end your life like that.
yes. So rather than doing suicidal, teachers should be more aware and parents should also be more aware about their child's behavior because it might really be too late for them to know the consequences of what their mental challenges that has been affecting them.
So that's very interesting, and we learned a lot from you, Miss Grace. How about you, Miss Labnel and Miss Eliza? Do you learn something from our guidance counselor and our psychologist?
Yes.
So as we wrap up today's episode, let's remember the importance of mental health awareness by educating ourselves, promoting open conversations, and supporting those experiencing mental health challenges. We can create a more compassionate and understanding society. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to interview all of you. This is your host, Melisande.
And Melissa,